How much hand pressure do I need to use while sharpening my knife? This is probably the second most asked question we get behind what angle should I use, and it's a bit of a tough question to answer, but this kitchen scale is going to help us out. Part of the reason this question is difficult to answer is because your hand pressure needs to change a little bit as you're going through the sharpening process. Let's assume this knife is super dull and we're starting on our lowest grit stone. Step number 1 for sharpening is removing steel from side A. Step number 2, removing steel from side B. Step number 3, deburring. On steps number 1 and 2, we want to be pretty heavy-handed. 10 pounds of pressure is enough, but you could go even more than that. When you're doing your deburring, you want to be really gentle. Just enough pressure to keep the stone and knife in contact with one another. 2 pounds is more than enough. Moving on to our medium grit stone, we want to maintain a good amount of hand pressure here, around 6 to 8 pounds of pressure, and then again, lightening up on our hand pressure as we're deburring. Now we're on our final grit of stone, and this is when we really want to think about lightening up our hand pressure. We're going to start at around 5 pounds of pressure, but lighten up as we go through this process to the point where we get to our deburring stage, where we want to apply the most gentle pressure possible, and we should not see our fingers change in color, maybe about a pound of pressure at this point.